G'day guys, Aussie FIFA HD and welcome back to yet another tutorial on the channel. Today we are going to be learning how to beat overload ball side. This is one of the most overpowered ways of defending in FIFA 20 and I'm going to teach you guys how to beat it. So without further ado, let's get into the intro and let's get into the tutorial.
Griezmann, 3 men around him, but somehow finds some space. Ronaldo, fantastic, opening the drive back.
Look at this, just control. The control display there is absolutely ridiculous.
Elastico on the goal line. Aussie FIFA will not die.
Firstly, I want to quickly get into what overload ball side is. Some of you may not know how this works or what it is, essentially, but basically what it is when you're attacking. Okay, if you're going up the center of the pitch, what your opponent's defense will do is they will compress the middle of the pitch, so it's harder for you to go through the middle or up the guts of the pitch, which is basically where the ball is. If you go to the right side of the pitch, what your opponent's defense will do is shift towards the right and compress the side of the ball. Vice versa, if you're over the left side of the pitch, your opponent's defense will obviously compress the left side of the pitch. So basically they put a lot of pressure onto the side of the ball. But, and there is a but, and this is pretty much the secret to beating this overpowered way of defending in FIFA 20, what you need to realize is when your opponent's defense has shifted all the way over to the side of the ball, it leaves a ton of space over the other side of the pitch. So what this means is if you can switch the ball very, very quickly, it will actually have your winger in behind where he's able to square it across to score a goal or even try and work it into the box to try and, score a goal. Now I have tested and tried a lot of formations, okay, to try and beat this way of defending, and essentially the best formation to beat this is the 4-2-3-1 wide. The reason why I have gone for wide is because your wingers are a lot wider in this formation. This means that if you can switch the ball, you're able to put a threaded through ball pass up the line where you're able to cross it or maybe even work it into the box to obviously score a goal. Now I've taken 4 scenarios from the previous weekend league to show you guys exactly how this works, and in every single one of them I'm using the 4-2-3-1 wide. Now if we play this first scenario, what you will notice is I've won the ball back with Son and I'm actually going backwards. Now this is a very, very important thing for you to do. Going backwards is very important. Even by using your centre backs, you're drawing your opponent's defence up the pitch and you're also leaving huge gaps down the line like I've done there, and you'll see once again, I'll switch the ball. Okay, and I did mention before switching the ball was a very important thing. I'm continuing to move it across the pitch again into the left back. Now I'm going to go back. I'm continuously switching, and eventually you'll see Mbappe open on the wing where there was a heap of space. Then you'll see I'll eventually go ahead and score a goal here. A few skill moves. I'm going to work it into the box, into De Jong. I turn the defender there. I will open up a lot of space here, and of course Neymar will finish that. What a beast he is in this game. Now if we go ahead and take this back, I want you to notice that in this scenario I actually switched the ball 4 times before I made an attack. Now if we go ahead and pause at every single time I switch the ball, you'll notice my opponent's defense has actually slid every time I've switched the ball. So the first time I switched it, you'll see that his team has slid down to the bottom of the pitch or to the right of where I'm attacking. Again, in the second scenario where I have switched the ball, my opponent's defense has slid up the pitch or to the left of where I'm attacking, which means there's a lot more space on the opposite side. The third time I've switched the ball, you'll notice his defense has again slid down to the bottom of the pitch or to the right of where I'm attacking. But in this scenario, I didn't put Mbappe through, and that's because he had a defender tracking him. But you'll see Neymar up the top of the pitch. Look at the space he's got. He's got so much space. And again, in the last scenario here, you'll see my opponent's defense has slid up the pitch or to the left of where I'm attacking, and you'll see eventually I do play through Mbappe, who is wide open down the bottom right of the pitch. This is just one scenario, lads, and I've gone ahead and slowed it down for you guys so that you can individually see what I've done throughout this process of switching the ball. But I've got 3 other scenarios for you guys to watch here. I'm not going to slow them down as much. I'm going to let you guys watch through them and I'll talk through them with you. In this second scenario here, you'll see that I've won the ball back with Varane, and you'll see that I am playing it around the back here. I am switching the ball with my centre backs, with my goalkeeper, until I can see there's a lot of space. Now, because I'm in the centre of the pitch, you'll notice that if we just pause it here, my opponent's defence has actually compressed in the middle, which means there's a lot of space on either the left or the right of the pitch, which means I can obviously play through the winger, which is on either side. If we go ahead and press play here again, you'll see that obviously Messi makes the run. I'm able to thread him through, and because I'm in behind, I'm able to cross it across to Mbappe, who finishes it into the top corner. What a lovely finish that was. In this third scenario, we go ahead and win the ball yet again with Varane. What a centre back he is this year, and I'm able to see Mbappe out in the wing. Now, because he's playing that overload ball side, he's obviously compressing the middle of the pitch as I'm in the centre of it. But what I'm able to do here is I'm able to switch the ball quickly over to the other side, because I had it with Mbappe on the right, which means there's a lot of space over to the left where Neymar is. I'm able to play in Neymar, put it back to Son, and he's able to finish into the side of the net. Now, I do want to slow this down for you because I want you to notice something with this attack. As you can see, I have the ball with Mbappe after playing him in, as he had a lot of space out in the right there, but I want you to notice that again, because my opponent is using that overload ball side, there is a lot of compression up the top of the pitch. A lot of his defenders are up the top, which means, again, there's a lot of space for Neymar on the opposite side. So I'm able to play it around, okay, and if we go ahead and just press play here, I'm able to play it around the back, and I'm able to switch the ball with a matter of around 3 to 4 passes here, a driven pass into Son, and as you see, there's a lot of space down this bottom side of the pitch where I'm able to play in Neymar and obviously play in Son to score a goal. This is just another example of more compression from my opponent because he's using the overload ball side, and again, a lot of space on the opposite side, and that is very important, is your ability to switch the ball as quick as you can so that you can play in the opposite winger and obviously score a goal. Now, in the fourth and final scenario here, I want you to notice that I've won the ball back with Neymar, and again, my opponent is using that overload ball side. I can tell because he is compressing the side of the ball that I go, but what I'm doing here is drawing him out. So essentially, I've gone backwards with Varane, and what I'm doing is I'm drawing him out to open up a lot of space again. Okay, because my opponent is compressing that side of the pitch, there's a lot of space on the wing for Mbappe to run in behind, and what you'll notice is we use that opportunity to win a corner and score a goal with, funnily enough, Mbappe. Now, again, for the final time, I do want you to notice that he is using the overload ball side. As you can see, his whole defense has slid over towards the side of the ball. Again, overload ball side, it's in the name, you know. And then again, we have so much space on the opposite side, and you will see as we press play now, you know, I'm able to switch the ball as quick as I can, cross over to Semedo, okay, and I'm able to obviously draw him out again. Now I'm using Varane to draw him out. A lot of space is opened up because he is compressed on the ball side. To Mbappe, I'm able to use the opportunity again to get in behind, you know, look for that cross, but if it's not on, I can try and cut inside. I did, I won the corner, and Mbappe scores. So lads, again, I can't stress you enough how important it is to look at your map, okay, and obviously learn how to switch the ball with your formation that you use. Now, I have found that the best formation for this, once again, is the 4-2-3-1 wide. There might be other better ones, but for me personally, I feel this is the best one to use. Maybe the 4-3-3, you never know, give it a try, it could work for you guys at home. But essentially, you're seeing what this does. If you can switch the ball really quickly, there's a lot of space on the opposite side, and if you can get in behind with your winger, you'll see, like you did with the Messi scenario over to Mbappe, you can sweat it across with an R1 cross, you know, to tap it into the back post, or you can work it around to score a goal, you know, in the box like I did with the Neymar and Son link up, as you would have seen in one of the clips there. I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial. I'm hoping it's going to work for you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are, how you went with this, and if you're having trouble scoring even by doing this. For me personally, this is how I beat it, and it has been working for me in the weekend league, which is the best thing. But who knows, maybe you guys might struggle a little bit more than I do. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is going to signal the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Chuck a like in the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to follow me on Twitter. I do upload on there when I'm going to be uploading the video on YouTube, so you can, you know, watch it straight away, get onto that tutorial quickly before other people do, and yeah, you know, you can sort of communicate with me over there, show me what your rewards were, etc, etc. But again, gonna signal the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm out. Have a good day, guys, and peace.